movieweb.com.
I'm gonna assume you know who we are.
Everybody in the German army's heard of you.
You probably heard we ain't in the prisoner-taking business. We in the killing Nazi business. And cousin, business is booming. If you ever wanna eat a sauerkraut sandwich again, take your wiener schnitzel licking finger and point out on this map what I wanna know.
I respectfully refuse.
Hey, Donnie! Guy's German here wants to die for country. Oblige him.
Okay, now, first of all, can you tell me about this character you're playing in Inglourious Basterds?
My character in Inglourious Basterds is named Donnie Donowitz, and the Germans have a specific nickname for him, which is the Bear Jew. And he's a Jewish guy from Boston who has gone over to Germany with a baseball bat that he got every Jew in his neighborhood to sign with the name of someone they're worried about. And his whole thing is he wants to beat every Nazi to death he finds with it. So the bastards use him, they kind of keep him in reserve when they're interrogating people and getting information out of them. It's like the last word. It's like, all right, well, we're going to bring in the Bear Jew, and he comes out and he just pummels them. And he does it because he feels like he's fighting on behalf of all the Jews who couldn't be there to fight, but he also wants to scare the hell out of the guy they're trying to get the information.
Now, was this a complete creation by Quentin Tarantino, or did you have help in, like, forming and crafting this guy?
Well, it's interesting because I'm from Boston, and when Quentin told me about it, I said, you realize that everyone in Massachusetts actually had a baseball bat with it in their car. I mean, most bats in Massachusetts are used off the field. I mean, it's like, it's really a Boston thing. And he said, no, I just had this character in mind. So he had it fully formed, but what I brought to it was I brought a lot of different stories, a lot of the language. There's some certain dialogue things that, you know, Quentin is very specific with the dialogue, but there were certain dialogue things that said, you know, Boston guys, when we beat the shit out of someone or someone's beating the crap out of us, we would say this, or usually after a fight someone does this. So there's kind of a whole rant that I do after I beat this one guy to death, and that was just Quentin letting me go. So, you know, we talked a great deal about the character, but it was really fully formed, and I was just adding, basically the whole dish was there, I was just adding a little spice to it.
So is he, like, capable of letting you come in and sort of throw in lines, or is he kind of opposed to that until he sees you working through it?
Yeah, I mean, Quentin is the kind of director that wants you to be letter perfect. I mean, he doesn't want an A, an and, the word fuck. He wants it exactly like it's written. You know, the dialogue, the rhythm of Tarantino's dialogue is very specific. It's like reading a poem. You can't just add a word here and there. But once he trusts you, and he trusts me as a writer, so he knew that I wasn't just going to try and change his dialogue for the purpose of changing it. You know, during the rehearsals, there is that period where you're saying lines and if something doesn't feel right,